EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Denver Broncos.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
And off we go from Denver. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco is Christian McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing here, Purdy. Throw outside, McCaffrey's got it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. This defense for the Broncos, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's 2nd and 3. This one out quickly to Watkins. Call it a gain of a yard. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. When you look at this Bronco defense, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And shedding a man at the 40. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. 18, what's up?
Play action, now Purdy. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Get set. Right around, set.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Maybe a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Outside. 18. Watch out.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Will Lutz on for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Broncos nothing. Will Lutz set to kick
After
off.
the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Purdy. And his throw is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion left is Watkins. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. Fielded at the 43. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 41-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Okay, ready?
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
60 by 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. The Broncos at 6 and 9 to start play. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to throw now on first down. Gets it underneath. Here's Harvey. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
70 Lions.
Second and 3. That's taken in by Franklin. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Looking to throw. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
On the give, it's Harvey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Back to throw. This is caught. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
R.J. Harvey with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
This is 2nd and 8.
Get set, get set.
Now Purdy. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there, but couldn't bust free. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
18, watch out.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And he is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Get set, get set.
Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 4. McCaffrey running up the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. The first carry here for Jordan James. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Shotgun now with Purdy. Pass is caught by Rondale Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out. Stop.
Purdy now to throw. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Finding room at midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Get set, get set. 18.
Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Purdy. And it's caught. Touchdown. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
16 yards.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Up the middle, it's Harvey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Outside. Right around top.
Back to throw, Purdy. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 9. Purdy. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pitch and catch here to Cook. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Dances by at the 20. And outbounds right around the 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. James. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
Back to throw. Purdy. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Now Lutz for the field goal try. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And it's taken in at the 9. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down of the yard. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. That is going to have a Niners 1st down as they take this up to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
Here's James. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
Purdy from the gun. That's complete to Robinson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 48-yard line.
Now Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real. And I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players. But you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Get set, get set. Rise up.
Play action, now Purdy. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
McCaffrey is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early.
No.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Niners are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Niners 24, Broncos 10. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
10 yards. That's good for the Broncos. First down. 1st and 10 at the
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready, set. Set. Hawks.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
18, watch out!
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Outside! 18, watch out!
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
18!
Here's Purdy. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Outside! 19, watch out!
Purdy to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. To throw is Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing, Purdy. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. Here's Purdy to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's a 2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another 49er.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. So the victory here for San Francisco. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my 2nd or 3rd day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.
So for the Niners, the win will be their 12th now on the campaign. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.